going down. And I think she had braces or had some kind of brace situation in her mouth. And then we were having sex, missionary. Next thing you know, I look down and there's blood there. Oh shit. I'm like, what's going on? Like, are you in your period? No, I'm not in my period. And I look down and it's bleeding. And then I pull out and I was bleeding. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it freaked me the fuck out. Like, it wasn't like period blood or anything like that, but it was a legit, long ass bleeding situation that I had going on there. And I was freaking out. Like, I'm using gauze. I'm going to the bathroom. Like, my sheet's covered in blood. Trying to use a towel to stop the bleeding. And I'm, like, freaking the fuck out. I'm like, how the fuck does somebody cut me? Is your vagina got scissors or something? So, first thing I did is call my brother. He's a doctor in Detroit. I think he was in his residency back then. And this is at, like, almost midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. I can't remember exactly. Wake him up, and I'm like, dude, this is going to be the weirdest conversation we're going to have. I'm like, I'm bleeding. Like, from where? I'm like, down there. And he goes, well, without seeing it, I don't know what to do. You should go to the ER. Now, at this point, I'm like, motherfucker, I think I Snapchatted him a picture of it. And he's going, dude, seriously? I'm like, take a look at it. What does it look like? It looks like a gash. Go to the ER. I'm like, seriously? This is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. We'll go to the ER. And mind you, Dublin Methodist was only about a 10-minute drive. And she wants to come with. Okay, all right. I have my hand in a towel around my junk. Put shorts on, get up there. Quickest ER visit, by the way, 40 minutes. No wait time. Walk in and they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, well, it's a bit weird situation here. I'm going to say something that, oh, honey, we've seen it all. What's the issue? My penis is bleeding. Oh, okay. Then nonchalant. Take me back there. Doctor sees me. Oh, you have a laceration. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. How'd you fix it? I'm like, well, it seems like bleeding stopped. I mean, you were in an erection. And blood's right down there, and now it's gone. So, I mean, it's not bad. Just put Neosporin, or I think you said H2O2, like hydrogen peroxide. Just put that on there. Clean it up. Make sure you can't have sex for 2-3 weeks. If anything happens, just go see your doctor. $400 ER visit just to tell me I have a cut and just to do what basically you would do for any fucking cut. And it kind of looked like it was like right by the tip. So that's why it had me concerned. So that was that. And on the ride back, she's just like, please don't break up with me because of this. I'm like, woman, I don't even know how that started bleeding, but I don't want to talk about it right now. And I'm not going to lie, that was kind of like one of the last straws in that relationship. Or short term, whatever that was. It was, I mean, lasted 2 months and 1 day, just so I could break the record. Dumped her. Let's see. Other crazy stories. Oh, yes. Bae, as I like to call her. I mean, that was some random girl I went out with for like five weeks before I dated Helen. She was 21 and still in school, architecture major, and channeling descent, decently good looking. We never had sex actually in five weeks, but because we had not defined the relationship yet, to me it wasn't that serious. And this bitch had the audacity to ask me to go to church with her. Now, mind you, I grew up Catholic, and I've done all my sacraments. I've been to church. I give up something for Lent. I go to church once a year, Christmas and Easter. I mean, I'm as Catholic as it gets. Like, I know my shit. But, I technically would consider myself a bad Catholic, too. I mean, I have sex every day or, whenever I can. So, my mom tries to joke that I'm a bad Catholic. I tell her, technically, I'm the most Catholic guy in the family. Here's my resume to prove that. But this bitch would be the kind of Catholic, and this drives me nuts. And that could be a whole nother episode of MexiMindMatters. Catholics who go to church every Sunday, but don't go when it matters. That would be like Peyton fucking Manning playing every game in the regular season, and then comes Super Bowl time. Oh, you know what, guys? I don't need to play in Super Bowl. Yeah, no, I don't need to. That drives me nuts. It's like, why would you go every Sunday but not on Easter? And then she wanted me to go with her on Sundays. And I think that Sunday she kept asking me to go. I was on call that Saturday night and Sunday, and I was gonna get up early to watch the Liverpool game. And Liverpool's been part of my life since I was a kid. Liverpool wrestling come before a woman I literally have just been seeing for 5 weeks. Hands down. You've got to be kidding me. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to church. And I think she wanted me to dress up for church. I'm like, I haven't dressed up for church once in my life because my parents never emphasized that. So, I mean, I'm all for maybe if we were boyfriend and girlfriend and legit actually dating and maybe a year into this, go to church with you, but not giving up a Liverpool game and definitely not dressing up. And she goes, well, you could tape the damn game. I'm like, that's not the point. I would much rather watch a Liverpool game than go to a church I don't go to. So that was a big argument, and then she kept trying to call me the night before, and I was on call, and it kept waking me up, and so I basically didn't sleep well, and then she kept asking to go to church. I'm like, bitch, I swear to God, ask one more time. And she did. That Sunday morning, I just let her have it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I listed everything that was wrong with the relationship or what was going on, and just blocked her number. Never talked to her again. She's done. Donezo. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Can't really remember any other weird scenarios, crazy ex stories. Trying to think if there was another Gina one. I mean, my main relationships were Jenny for like 2 years, 2.5, I think maybe. A little over 2 years, I think. Gina 7, but that was third, and Helen recently got to 20 months. She liked to round up, so she calls it 2 years. Yeah, no. However, she is the only one. Oh, crazy ex stories. Helen is the only one that also pulled a knife on me once when she was mad because I wanted to talk some sense into her. And that was the other thing we kept fighting. Every time we would fight, she would always repeat herself. Like, she'd be like, you never listen to my side. You never listen. You keep trying to talk over me. I'm like, fine, talk. She would repeat what he should have already said. Like, I heard you the first time, and it was nonsense the first time. It's nonsense the second time, too. And I'd be like, this is why it's nonsense. And I would try to explain common sense, and she would be like, oh, no, and just storm away. Kind of my mom does that. She once you try to prove common sense, they just don't want to listen to it. And yeah, I think one time she pulled a knife on me. One time she literally got in my grill and literally took every ounce of energy in me not to slap the shit out of her. And all because we had agreed to set aside the rent money that she had out of her account. And I went to practice, I think, or something, and then she wanted to order a pizza. And that's the thing. She always would pay off stuff early, like her credit card. She would throw $200 towards that, but not plan for, hey, needing food or groceries or gas money for the week. Or not plan that, hey, maybe the electric bill's due and you shouldn't be throwing $200. Like, she was too obsessed with her credit score. But yet would always spend her credit card money. And she wanted pizza, at 10 o'clock at night or whatever, or 8 o'clock at night. And had no money, and I had stashed away the money that we set aside in case she got one of those cravings, and I refused to give it to her, and she got mad. I was like, that's my money. I'm like, I agree, but if I give you money and you get pizza, guess what? We're short on rent, and if the money doesn't come in on time, guess what? We're short, and then you overdraft, and then we owe a late fee, and we're not running that risk because you want fucking pizza. She got in my face, and I swear, Jesus Lord Almighty. Took every ounce of my energy not to slap the shit out of her. Then one time I put her outside in the balcony, locked the door because she was yelling too much. All these scenarios, we always had the same nonsense fights. Anything I ever did was nowhere near as bad of the bullshit that she would put me through. Like, I swear. Yes, putting you outside on the balcony so you can calm the fuck down is not as bad as trying to stab someone. Or, calling somebody by their ex's name for like 6 months. Whatever. And yeah, also I think, she also got mad at me one time for putting. Now, I put her on my phone plan because she was paying $140 of Verizon, not getting full coverage, and she wanted me to help her save money. And, the pay down, I'm in debt, I got to pay off the dog, yada, yada, yada. So, I got it down to 90, but, I had access to everything. It was my account. And then the first time we almost broke up, I think it was last July, I tried kicking her out, and I found out that, hey, if I kicked her out and I took off my phone plan, I would still owe her phone because she was not going to give me $600 for it. And then this past April, when she got mad at me for agreeing to come watch me play, how supportive, agreeing to come watch me play Australian football, sat in the car, mind you, did not watch a single part of the game, sat in the car, was on her phone the whole time. It was pouring rain, and she was in the car the whole time. Mind you, she got there late too. And she was upset at me and wanted to break up. And I'm like, fine, let me take you off the phone plan. And I think at that point, the phone had about $350 left to pay off the phone, which she agreed it was being leased, financed under my account. She didn't want to give me the money for it. I'm like, well, technically, this is my phone. Give me my phone. Got her off the plan, kept the phone. She got a new phone, God knows what. We, reconciled, whatever. But now she was on her own phone plan. And she decided to stay with T-Mobile, get a new phone, whatever. Now she's paying $130. So basically, you still don't have full coverage, and you're still paying almost what you were before. And the only difference is now I can't see every bullshit nonsense phone number you're texting that you shouldn't be texting. But then when I tried selling the phone to get money back for it, she wanted me to wipe it. And I'm like, it's wiped. I showed you I deleted all the apps off from it. And then nobody's going to buy a phone that's not reset. They still have to reset it and then wipe it at the store. So it has been wiped. And she's like, no, I need to see. I don't trust you and you trust you. Bitch, you don't trust me. You had me do your taxes. You don't trust me to wipe a phone? Get the fuck out of here. So, and it's my phone. I do what the fuck I want. So I sold it to an interpreter, and I got money for it. And then they didn't realize that I had done it, but then she asked about it. I'm like, oh, it's already sold. But you never told me and you never wiped it. I'm like, I shouldn't have to tell you shit. So, she got mad about that. And then told her parents, she will always get mad and use her parents, to tell all the bullshit that happened, but never told them the real stories. And you could tell her parents were starting to not like me and wanting me to just be out of the picture. And I mean, you could tell. So, yeah, I sold it. I'm like, I sold it to, somebody on the team is what I told her, just to get her off my case. So we go, well, let me call him, talk to him. What's her number? I'm like, are you kidding me? Seriously? I called the interpreter on the phone. Did I not wipe the phone? He goes, yeah. Oh, hey, let me talk to you. And he just verified the phone's wiped. So that's it. She got upset with me. And towards the end of the relationship, she got upset with me because she decided to also turn in rent on a check, not signed, and then got mad because I wouldn't forge her signature. And I'm like, are you serious? Why are you upset for being a dumbass and not signing the fucking check? Talk about not being responsible. But anyways, trying to see here. We got a few more minutes here. Let's see what else I can come up with of stories that I remember from back in the day. Crazy ex stories. Trying to think. Well, not that many long-term relationships, so ex in that sense, no. People I slept with and just lemon lawed or, wham bam, thank you, Mexican. It's a few more of those. Let me see what else I got here. Let's see. Oh, yes, the girl that I lemon lawed because she lied about who she was. And now, mind you, this is technically a first date, so it's not really a crazy ex story. But like I said, I used the lemon law quite a bit, and we went to Panera, coffee house, whatever, just first date. Her pictures online were of a Caucasian woman. I get there, she's black. I'm a racist, but I've dated a black chick before, so no big deal there. But seriously, I'm instant lemon law. No, dropped that on the table. As I'm walking away, she's like, yeah, just being a racist. I stopped, turned back around. I'm like, are you kidding me? You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, I picked it back up and I said, you're not getting lemon lawed because I'm a racist. You're getting lemon lawed because you lied about who you are. What else could you possibly lie about? Bam. Pipe bomb. Dropped it again. Walked out. Seriously. And apparently there was a term for that. It's called catfishing. At the time I did not know that. Learned that the hard way. So there's that. And I just